Hey folks, so we have been seeing a lot of LLM models and people testing few of the LLM models in the cloud. So Google Colab is one of that environment where you can actually test some of the state of what LLM models and most of the times you can get away with a free resource. I have a pro subscription, but this lab can be done even on the free resources. So I researched a lot and it was not easy for me to actually find an application called Ollama to run on Google Colab. It was not getting installed properly, but then after few searches and stuff, I could figure out how I can run Ollama and some of the open source models there. So the folks who doesn't know about Ollama, so this is where most of the models are available, the open source ones, and Ollama is like a package where you can use the package to run the models instead of the typical CPP that you need to hack in order to run the model. So let's say DeepSeek has been the most famous reasoning models that just came out, right? You can see the number of pulls, 3.6 million pulls already. Now let's start with something like this. So in the Google Cloud, I am choosing a T4 GPU because GPU makes it a bit faster. Since this is a pro subscription, I have the other options as well, but in general you can request T4 GPU and you should be able to get it from the Google. So if you see the number of GPU units that the RAM that is available, right? So you see that it is 15 gigs and the system RAM is 12 gigs, which is more than enough for us to do it. So first let's install a package. So this is an LSHW. This is typically used to see what's installed on the system. So what do I mean by that is if we say LSHW, so this will list out the hardware, and this is where it will be used by Ollama to identify the GPU devices on the computer. So you can see it's a Xeon R 2 GHz processor, and then there are other hardware components which are listed here. So now let's go ahead and install the Llama package. So coming back to Ollama while it gets installed, right? So you have Llama 3.3. You have the Mistral models. You have Qwen by Alibaba, Qwen 2, Qwen 2.5. You have Qwen 2.5 Coder. You have Tiny Llama, which is trained on very small amount of tokens. So, and you have the Llama 3.2 by Facebook, it's a vision model, right? So all of these are freely available. These are rivals to the OpenAI ChatGPT model or probably Anthropic models that we hear about. So we have this installed on the system. Now this is where the tricky part, right? So it used to throw the error, and it took a lot of time for me to understand and research about this problem. So we'll use the sub process here and we'll do something called Llama serve. So this will start this particular server, and then you can actually use Ollama to pull the images, start the server and all. So let's do that. So we have the process ID here, and we'll go ahead and pull the model 3.2, which is run by Facebook. So it's a 1 gig model. and if everything was good and if it was serving properly, you can see that the model just gets pulled fine. So it's trying to validate some of the metadata and it should finish very fast. So this advantage with Google Colab is like if you're not on a faster internet connection, right, like you can download it and test it at a very faster speed. The only disadvantage is like it's not persistent to the disk. I don't know if there are methods to make it persistent, but so far like this works for me. So this is just a normal curl request, like I'm just asking with a curl command, okay, this is my model, what is the capital of France, for example, and these are the endpoint that I use. So let's see, the GPU is 0.0 and if we were running the model, the GPU memory should spike up. So we have sent a query. So it says like Paris. This is just a streaming response. That's why you're seeing it. In the other chat, we'll also check how to like filter this particular output. So you can see that GPU RAM immediately went from 0 to 2 gigs. Now let's install the reasoning model, right? So this is the reasoning model that has taken the world by storm. The model is pretty amazing. I have seen some very good results with it. I think most of... So the download has finished. What I have to do is change the previous PID. So I just have to kill it. So let's go to here. So this is the PID. So we'll say kill this, run the process again. Now if you come back, let's take the module, but this time it's a proper Python script. So this is my endpoint. This is the, it's like similar to what we have been seeing, right? This is my model, this is the message, but now instead of like the streaming response, we'll handle the streaming response and print the final response here. So let's start it. It's a simple Python code to add two numbers. That's what we have asked, and let's see if GPU spikes up. So this is the reasoning model. Now GPU have, like, it was using 2 gigs before. Now it's like obviously it's taking more memory, it's taking 5 gigs. Now the interesting thing, right, like, so whatever is embedded between think and think here is the actual reasoning. So it says, okay, I need to write a Python program that adds two numbers. Let me think about the approach, and then like it thinks about the approach. It thinks it's a straightforward print statement, and it gives out saying, okay, take the input, and then like it gives out the sum. So this is pretty much it. I thought I'll show it very quickly for folks who want to like use Colab. It's a wonderful platform, and good luck with the studies.